Hey everyone, welcome back to Chess on the Brain. Let's do some more Chess 960 Fischer random chess. So I had a really bad performance a few days ago when I did it. So I said, okay, I have to redeem myself. So hopefully this is where I will be achieving that redemption of Chess 960. This was kind of an interesting scenario. I'm just got warmed up a bit, and here we have a scenario of two bishops for a rook, which I think is pretty good. So hopefully we, can have a scenario where the two bishops should, win out over the rook, and then we get the knight sinking into d3. So I think it should be good combined with the pawns. Just have to make sure you don't mess up with your technique, and turn this window into a win, hopefully, and then start a fresh one. So, well, we're hitting b2, so they kind of have to take. I guess they could have played b4. No, but then you have knight f2 check also. We're threatening that fork. Okay, let's just secure the bishop. Aha, okay. They want to go rook f. No, that doesn't work. Rook f3 doesn't work because you want to attack the pawn, but that's coming. Okay. Well, just throw those pawns down. And we have 3-second increment, so that shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, it can't really be possible to stop those pawns. They're just coming too fast. And then now we have a check, and then we win the rook. Yeah, okay. So we'll start a fresh one then. Okay, they want to play again. Let's do it. Make sure we're good. That we're streaming. Okay. So again, always looking for the weaknesses. So B2 is the weakness. Those are the corresponding weaknesses, B2 and B7. Want to unleash the bishops and control the center simultaneously. I think E4, F4. Let's start with F4 because I want to play for the control of the center on the E5 square. You can imagine this knight sort of routing into G4 or D3. This knight can occupy D4, so we can really go after those dark squares. Now we can see already that knight's kind of eyeing the B2 pawn. So we have to be very careful about that one. I think just by developing, interesting in the last game when the sides were reversed, I think first I thrust the F pawn at him, and it got into here, and then I started thrusting the C pawn. So it seems kind of ripe for that again. I think just move the C pawn and try to get to C5 and see what he does, or whoever Use Kanak is. And if they want to come here, well, I'll just go B3 because I think they'll get trapped if they go into B2. That wouldn't be wise for them. So after C5, well, now we can keep thrusting the F pawn if we want. I'm not really sure if it does too much here. Could go knight b3 and just put pressure on that one, but they could do the same by opening up their bishop and attacking c4. I don't know. It couldn't hurt though. Knight b3 couldn't hurt. How about bishop to e4? That's really direct. With a direct attack, because I don't think they could do the same because that's what we played f4. So that kind of worked out by controlling that square. We stopped the same idea by them. We can do it. Why not? Sure, I don't see why not. And we can even enhance that pressure on the diagonal with queen to f3. Creating that immediate battery, I get it. Now, I don't know actually how they're going to defend b7. That's a bit of a problem for them. Let me make sure we're good on the stream. Yep, it's live. All right. It is after 3 in the morning, but hey, you got to do it when you're feeling it. And as I mentioned, I have a recent newborn. So the hours are random, right? Hours are always random. So you got to get in the chess when you can. Okay, they did go for the counterattack. Now, if I take, I don't know. I mean, I could really even consider taking here, hitting the rook, and then just swinging back. It's a little greedy looking, but it is a queen pawn. Not only that, but it would really destroy the pawn structure. Great weaknesses. So I would strongly consider that. I kind of want to do that. Why not? Double check. Looks safe. Any takes? No, I don't think any takes on c4 would be adequate. I don't want to go to d5 and let the knight take. Let's just sneak over to a6. Kind of like you do in the English sometimes when it doesn't work all the time when the bishop on g2 takes b7. But you don't want to do that if you have an absent fianchetto bishop, but we don't have that, so I think I can get away with it. Now, I would like to play f5, but I don't want to give him the e5 square for the knight. Why give the knight good squares, right? Now let's continue this assault on the c pawn that I was talking about. Why not? And then at some point we might get the d4 break in. We gotta watch out, but then c4 will be exposed. Now the question is, where should the king be to be safe? I think he's okay on d1. Probably just castle queenside and play like king b1 at some point. But well, no, because I gotta guard the c pawn, so I would have to really secure that first. Okay, what's going on here? So he's defending it with the counterattack. Well, actually, now I can afford to castle queenside because he took pressure off that. Is it awkward? Yeah, a little bit. Can he attack it further? That's an important question. I don't think so. I'm not seeing the immediate attack. I'm not seeing it. So I think I'm okay. We're guarding that with the king. And then we can continue with like queen f3 and swing the queen. Well, not c3, maybe d3 or something. And maybe just bishop b5 and say, hey, get out of here. And then we can actually make use of the knight. Now, what is he trying to do with this? Well, now I might be able to play f5, actually. I kind of like that. And I just see some weaknesses in this position, wherever they are. Yeah, why not? f5. And then bishop b5 should come soon. Well, the good thing about bishop b5 is that it would, see, the knight came in here sort of loosely defending the c pawn by hitting the b pawn. But once you chase the knight out, now what do they do about this? I think that's falling now, and then we're up. Well, okay, there's some issues. How about secure first? Can't go wrong with that. Let's make a prophylactic move, as we'd say. Prophylactic move, or as maybe Harpov would say, I guess. Okay, now it's ours. That's our pawn now, with the tempo. The queen. And then what? Where do we want to go? Kind of like keeping it on the diagonal. It looks a little risky, but I think it's fine. And we got some pins here. Knight's pinned, the pawn's pinned. A lot of pressure with those two bishops working together. I would like to activate this guy. What's going on there? No, that can't work. What is this? What is this? This is madness. That cannot work. Well, now actually I'm just, no, what is that? What is that? I'm coming back now. Oh yeah, I don't think that worked out. Don't think so, because we're threatening to win the queen with a check by unleashing the bishop. We got some tactics here, and also we're just forking these two. And we still have the pin on the knight. That's why I didn't want to take the bishop. I'm like, if I take the bishop, then you can unleash this. And it's like, it was ambiguous. I don't want ambiguity. I want clarity when I can have it, right? Like they say about markets, right? Markets like, they don't like, what's the word? I guess ambiguity, or they like certainty, right? They don't like uncertainty. But you have to embrace the uncertainty sometimes. Gotta embrace the uncertainty. But when you can take clarity, take it, right? If you have the option, of course, take the clarity. I guess I'll take the queen. I don't even know what's going on. Oh, they get the queen. I see. Oh, they could have taken my queen. What were they doing? Yeah, I got lost in that. I got lost in that web of thoughts there, and kind of screwed myself for a second. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Now we just take it. Yeah, it should be winning now. I don't see any. They should have just taken on e2 and hit the queen. Would have gotten the queen back, but I think it would still have been good for me. But they would have maybe been okay there. Let's get off that. So what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a queen for a bishop. Yeah, there's no tricks here. Now we're threatening down here possibly. Okay, king goes up. Get the knight in the game, man. Let them take on g2 if they want, but now since they didn't take, I'll play g4, secure it. I still kind of want to come down there at some point. How about this? Let's just be patient, just maximize all the forces and putting a lot of pressure here, and then it creates tactical chances too. Maybe I'll just sack the excuse me. I might sack the queen back. Let's see here. Oh no, I pressed it. Oh, I pressed it. That's obnoxious. I had rook c4. I guess I have some lag. Uh, sneeze didn't help there, did it? Got to hold back the sneezes when you have a few seconds left. Okay, so they go there. I'll just challenge it directly in the center. Oh, that was so annoying. I was just gonna double up rooks and get that bishop. We'll let him take my knight, and I take it. It's all right. Okay, and then just castle. We'll just play it solid, coming from that terrible loss. After no, you gotta fight back. Gotta fight right back. Um, hmm. I'm almost considering just taking it and hitting that pawn on c4, but then they have d3. It doesn't do much for me. C5 is possible, and just take back. But yeah, it's key. If you mess something up, you have to bounce right back. You have to, and no choice. I would like to play d4. What if I play? Okay, if I play c5, what do they do? If I go here, take, knight takes. What do they even have? This should be okay. And then maybe b6, kind of similar position what they have, but they need to castle their king. And I didn't really waste any time with g6. I may not need g6 right away. Just focus more in the center. And if they let me, I'll probably play this and just kind of squeeze, get a squeeze on the position, gaining space. Moving my kingdom forward wouldn't hurt. Okay, they're going after my queen. I don't know if they win a pawn there. It doesn't look like much. I mean, I can give them the d pawn if they want to take this, open it up, and I get this. But anyway, I have no choice really. I have to go here. But I mean, yeah, if they want that pawn, they can take it by taking the knight. I don't really care. And I'm actually not threatening it yet. But, okay. And now, well, I can grab it first here. I don't think that's necessary. Let's just play d6. Just play solid, Get the pawn protecting the pawn, opening the bishop, protecting this pawn. And I can't complain about my position. And I'm putting pressure here and still threatening d4. Okay, they're going to try and hit me hard there with d5. Tactically, I don't think that works because if I just take it, you have to say, well, what happens if I take each pawn? If I just take c pawn, my pawn, I'm hitting the knight. I don't think that gives them time, does it? Oh, right. They could take my pawn for it. Okay. How does that work out? I end up taking the e2 pawn, though, and getting the king out. Okay, I take, they take, I take, they have to take. I take hitting the rooks. They take hitting the queen, but then I can take a rook. If they don't take here and they just take this, then I would just take back. So let's see. Okay, I take, take, I equal. Yeah, but the king's centralized, so I think I get something out of that. And if they don't take back, well, then I just want a pawn. Okay, so they're going for it. I don't see any alternative. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm fine with that. There's an in-between move as well. When they take, I can also consider this one. But then they probably really will go. No, then that would really destroy my pawn structure. Because when this e-pawn leaves the protection of the knight, and the bishop takes it, then I got to take back with the g-pawn, which is undesirable. So it's really important. Think about how these trades, not just tactics, it's what type of position is that going to result in. I really stress this sort of marriage of tactics and positional chess. It's very important. Can't just be one or the other, which is pretty obvious, but it's important. Okay, so if I'm going to take this, take back the king centralized. I'm fine with that. If they want to go here, I just take with check. Okay, I give them a rook back, but again, the king is centralized. So I don't get a ton out of it, but I think it's better than the alternative, which is to destroy my structure. Yeah, I mean, there's a line where I can take, and okay, yeah, they're going for this. Now this is still hanging. This is still a problem. So what if I just? No, I think I want to take one of them. Oh, I gotta hurry up. This could get interesting. Could get interesting. Might be some tricks here. All right, have bishop takes? Let's just go in for it. I didn't really calculate that clearly, but I think it works. I think it works. They take, okay, what, we're up a piece right now at the moment. And then the bishop's hanging. So they take, I take. We're still up a piece. I think we may have come on out on top here. Yeah, I knew there was something that looked kind of good, but I honestly I couldn't calculate 100%. Okay, we got to give up something though. So they're going to be able to get this one, okay, but they have so much in return. It's going to be very complicated. Oh no, did I miss a mate? Oh no, I didn't miss a mate. I actually played it right because if I checked immediately, they would have had bishop e3. But now it's problematic because if the bishop moves, they have that move. Okay, then we have to throw in this move. Yeah, I got to stay up on the clock this time. I'm not giving them the time. I'm not going to give them a win on time this time. I think we're winning something. Exchange maybe. They hit us. No, if they attack the rook comes down and checks and picks up their rook because the bishop attacks it already. We'd have two attackers on it. If the bishop, yes, the bishop can't move. The rook, I don't know what they do actually. It's pretty bad. And now they've blocked their own bishop on h1. This guy has no mobility for the time being, and we've maximized everything almost except for this, which he'll rear his ugly head after g6. He can kind of just be waiting. Okay, they resigned that one. Okay. Go again. These are good matches now. These are fun. Okay, what's going on now? Any weaknesses? The weakness would be h2 and h7, corresponding weaknesses. F2, on the other hand, is really covered, whereas usually it's not. Everything else is covered. C pawn only by the queen, but the h pawn could be attacked by queens. We got to watch out for that. So yeah, I could just go like c4 and attack it right away if I wanted to. Or I can go for d4. Oh, but then they go c5. Or I could just go knight f3 and play it solid. I kind of like c4. Because then I'm like, well, yeah, I'll strike first and see what they do. C4 is logical here because I kind of want b3, c4, d4 structure. Looks pretty good with the bishop unleashing. Knight's going to come, probably knight f3, g3. So kind of playing it like a Catalan, basically. Seems reasonable. Okay, so they're basically saying, hey, go ahead and take my pawn. But then your queen might get into trouble. Is she really? Okay, and then we have to question that kind of common logic of, oh, you shouldn't take because you get your queen in trouble. Well, can we be kind of contrarian about it and just take it? Probably, because, well, they hit the bishop. They'd have to go like knight h6. And I don't see the queen getting trapped because even g6 you could take, and then you're going to have time to go back. I think it's fine. They have to respond, after which we can do like knight f3. I'm going for the greedy line. I'm taking it. Oh, they have knight f6, of course. But yeah, but then I just go knight queen h3. So, or queen h4. Still guarding. I'm not giving them a pawn back. So yeah, if I'm taking that pawn, I'm keeping it. Which is better? h4, h3. Those are my two main moves I'm looking at. I don't see any concerns here. Well, c6 was kind of dubious because it blocked the bishop. Queen h3 feels kind of right. I may want knight h3 though. Hard to say. I'd like to make the perfect move, but sometimes you just got to say, all right, I'm just going to go with it. Well, oh, you know what? It's where it's going to be least bothered because h4 can get bothered by the d6 knight. h3 doesn't seem to get bothered at all. So the rook comes, but by then we have time. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Can I play that c5 bypass again? Or they gain the d5? Well, the thing I like about c5 is I'm shutting down the bishop. So positionally, it just seems to be attractive there. That guy's, I mean, even if I lose the pawn eventually, it's something gained. And I was thinking about that. Okay, well now potentially the knight could come in and guard it, like knight to d3 even. What about just simple b4? Yeah, that seems fine. And then maybe knight to b3 and rook c1 if I need to. I can really focus on that c5 point because I mean I want to hold that strong point in order to shut down the bishop. So if nothing else, my strategy is just your bishop is going to have to work really hard to see any light. Oh, what's going on now? Okay, what is that knight doing? Attacking. I mean, I could counterattack here. How about just a simple chess? Simple chess, yeah. I'm a little low on time too, so let's just play simple chess. Guard the pawn. I mean, hey, I could even go like d4, but I don't want to block my bishop. I'd rather not. Rather stay kind of nimble here. Maybe g3 or even g4 is interesting. Unleashing the bishop. I kind of like that. Yeah, just kind of rushing my pawns over here. That's loose though. I don't want to play loose. There's nothing there really. I don't see anything with that. You're not attacking. These are guarded, so let's yeah, just attack the queen. So he actually kind of forced me to make the solid move, and then we're going to unleash the bishop. We are unleashing the bishop. And now where does the queen go? To guard the knight. Yeah, I think they got themselves in trouble. So in this case, it was just playing greedy and then playing solid. That was my formula: greed and solidity. Um, just greed within reason, right? Okay, I'm greedy enough to win a pawn, but then not to try and say, oh, I'm going to try and win 2 pawns or 3 pawns if it's not justified. Or sometimes you got to be willing to just cough it up, win a couple pawns temporarily, give 1 or 2 back, but maybe you gain another. Like Silman talks about exchanging one advantage for the other, or one imbalance for the. Okay, they're just giving me a. Okay, well, I guess they're giving me some tactics, so that's okay. We'll just get some tactics in, and hopefully then they'll learn from it and not do it the next time. Let's see. Yeah, that's just a clean piece. They're attacking my bishop, but if I take their bishop, then they hit my knight. Knight g5 looks fine. And still, we got this problem bishop. If you want to take, I'll just take back with the rook. That's fine. Because the rook isn't doing much on d1 anyway. I mean, you can support a push here, but I don't really mind. I mean, it's an extra piece, so I can get away with that. They hit this, though. Can I castle now? What else do I have here? Just castle. Oh, no. Yeah, that's fine. And then I hold this, guarding everything. And well, that lets me in, right? Now you can imagine the other knight coming here. And this one stops the rook from attacking here. So a lot of prospects. Yeah, why not? Centralization of the knights seems pretty annoying for him. Oh, but this knight's a little underprotected now. Yeah, okay. F5. Secure it, and then F5 maybe. Because there's no immediate crisis here because they can't even attack the knight with anything really. It could just sit there with impunity. The knight will just sit there and be obnoxious. D5. Okay, I'm not afraid of that. I'll just take it because I'll take back with check. Rook there. Okay, fine. H4. And then now we can do, well, maybe even F4 is better, but F4, F5 possibilities and try to get in there. Also, that's a pass pawn, so let's start running it. Yeah, let's just kind of get back with the knight. I don't like him sitting there for too long on E6. Well, now this can fall, and I don't want to take it though. I don't want to trade off his bishop. Why do that, right? Why help your opponent? And now, yeah, why not? Why not? Secure everything, and then probably get off that pin. Maybe King F2 now, or I'd like to get behind this one. Maybe Bishop G2 or F3. King here, rook here, push the pawn. That's pretty straightforward. Okay, that's kind of collapsing. Oh, okay. I don't want to lose on time. See, I gotta watch out. Gotta watch out. Forgot about that clock. Knight d5. Yeah, I'll just take it. And then d6. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very nice position for the knights. Oh, if the rook c7, then you get this one in with tempo. And then we can throw in, well, we stop the rooks from doubling then. And, okay, they give up the exchange. Okay, come back. We can, why not? It's with check, sure. And then come back again. Too much material, yeah. And you notice the bishop is still out of play. I don't know, it doesn't seem too appetizing for him to come into d3. But we had to consider it. Okay, check. They don't want to go in there. That would not be healthy. Gotta go around this way. Huh. How can we catch the king? I imagine they'll go rook e8, but if I can get the check, I can get like one rook. Actually, just king. Now I can't go king here because the rook will be here. But if rook here, then I can go king here. This rook can go here as well. I need to cover d3. And I'm fine with him taking d2. Oh, I should have checked first, but that's fine. How can I get to him? Yeah, now the check. Okay. Oh, I had king e2 now. I had king e2. Okay, there we go. All right, let's do one more against this person. USC use Canuck. Okay, so now this is really weak. So they said, all right, I'm just gonna take aim at it right away. So I can either do like c6 and d5. I don't think I want to hang the pawn. I can do this, either that, this, or can't move the pawn because the knight. So kind of like the look of knight d6. It sort of blocks the bishop in some lines, but nah. And then they have c4. Then they're going to do what I did to them in the other line, right? Use your opponent's weapon against you. Okay, let's just play solid then. Open up the bishop, block the queen, and then prepare something like, I like to get something like that going. Secure the center, open up the other bishop, so forth. And then, of course, we'll look out for our own chance to attack this. Now, instead of with the queen, I'd rather do it with the knight. I think that'll have more impact. So let's just hop out there with the knight and say, hey, if you want to take it, be my guest and give me the bishop pair to work with. Also, you can imagine when the bishop takes and the pawn takes, you kind of have a nice cocoon for the king on c7. Maybe bishop comes out and the king like hides there or something. I think we can work with that. Well, we get to unleash the bishop with tempo. But if they go here, potentially even here, that's sort of what they did to me in the other game. It didn't really work out for them trying to do this knight a4 trick. I don't think it'll work for me either in this position. I could just do a centralization thing where I say, okay, I'm going to attack this, and if you want to go c5, well, they have a crisis on c4, just threatening to pick up the pawn while invading, right? I mean, I could just go. Well, the thing is, if I go to c4 or a4, they just move the pawn, and the check doesn't seem to do much. I could pull the king out. Let's say I go here, but it's easy to defend that. They could even go here. There's no attack anywhere else. So knight t. That's why I was thinking maybe knight d5. Oh, I have bishop d5 as well. Then they go e4. And now both pieces are hanging. Yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't look good. I think knight d5 is the way to go. Knight a4, those are artificial moves. Those are artificial. They don't do anything. This is the more concrete move that just. The nice thing is that this pawn enhances the control of this square, since this one would be taken by the f pawn, which is what happened. So you can see that now this knight just sits really nicely. That's a noble steed right there on d5. And now I even have knight d to f6, and we could protect this one. We could contemplate this move because of the pin on here with the rook. That's really interesting. Just hitting on, and that's like again, that would be the greedy option, saying, hey, I want your pawn. Oh, well, if we're going to do that, why don't we play this way and attack this one simultaneously? That's if I really want a pawn, I can play g5. And I think my king's fine where he is. He can castle queenside like that. But yeah, this doesn't do much. This is the move that creates more of a crisis. And not only that, but it's just a really sensible move because this is pinned, right? And the bishop can't go to d4, which is something they would love to do, but you stop that. So in other words, like they would be able to pin the pawn on us, but instead we're unleashing our pawn, unleashing the queen, unleashing everything, unleashing the untapped energy in this position. And they're okay, but they're on the defensive now. They're nice trying to hold everything. We have so many attackers here. I think they're saying, hey, I don't want you to take b2, but you can go ahead and take f4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. They have 1, 2, 3 defenders. I'm just going to take it and say, just see what you do about it. I don't see what else to do right now. And yeah, I think it's just a free pawn. I don't see what else to do. I mean, I'll take that pawn, and then I hit another pawn. Again, I'm probably not going to go after 2 pawns, but I will take that 1 pawn. Not only that, but it's not just winning the pawn, but it's really like it's just exposing the position. They have really little protection here, and we have a lot of nice solid pawns around here. Nice one big pawn island and another small pawn island. That one big pawn island is a nice protection for the king. Now, obviously, I'm not going to take with my bishop and create a pin for myself. I'm going to take with the rook. Why would I walk into tactics, right? Okay, so we're trading down, but now we're getting close to an end game. Kind of like a late middle game. Or we have a clean pawn up. That the extra pawn would be, it looks like the e pawn. So we might want to make that a pass pawn one day. But again, it's not that it's not even for the end game. It's also just like it creates more protection for the king. Now I could do this, but I would block my queen. So let's find out the best way to handle this. Now, what about just queen here? That's interesting. Oh, also this is hanging in this line. We could just go here, just enhance the pressure on that and pick up the pawn. I mean, it's annoying, right? Queen. So it's either bishop here. Oh, now I'm short on time. Yeah, I'll just do this, and then just create a really nice pressure on these diagonals. Queen. We could say it's a queen side attack. Well, in this case, a king side attack. So the king starts. Usually that would be the queen side on the d file. I think it's solid. Yeah, I don't see. Always look out for your solidity. Make sure there's no weaknesses. That's still holding strong. This diagonal is ineffectual for them, while being highly effective for me. If you want to play d4, I'll take it immediately. I'll pick up a pawn. Yeah, it's kind of messy. Oh, I have this move. So we're picking up the exchange now. Did an auto capture on b2. If they don't take it, I'll take the rook. I just don't see anything for them. And then the knight can hop out with f6. No, c7 probably. Or I'll just castle queenside when the time is right. Auto capture. And, oh, they attack me. Can I counter attack here? See where they go with this. Check. And then if the bishop blocks, I have bishop c4 trading everything maybe. So they can do that. And then I still need that knight in the game. Okay, here's how we do it. No, yeah, whatever. That was a bad move I just made. Here. Oh, nice, nice. All right, that's fine. So we gave him something back. I think I messed that up. I think I messed it up. Yeah, they have a draw. They have a draw. Okay, if they take the draw, no, they're not. I think they're going for a win. I mean, I don't think they have a win with all these pawns. I'd be happy if they want to keep on going because, okay, they're going for it. Let's try and push. I mean, it didn't really improve anything because the queen was there already, but now I got a free move in. Okay, that's kind of scary looking. Wait a second. Oh, I don't have castling. It'll be nice if I can castle. Oh, am I dead? Am I dead? With the king coming in? That looks really bad, but okay, I have to do this now. I have to get out of here. That's pretty scary looking. That they came up with something here. Can they get in though? Check. Oh man, that's scary looking. They created something there. I'm getting out of there. I'm getting out of here as soon as possible. Okay, I saw that. I have this line. No more checks. I think I'm safe. It's a little risky, but hey, I'm still going with that pawn. And this got super interesting. Really interesting position now. They they can blockade. They're gonna have to blockade now because they're running out of checks. Unless I'm missing something. I'm going for this. They don't have any mates. Okay, they have to blockade. Okay, now we have more options. Okay, let's get out here. Let's get out here. Okay, let's come up. What's going on? This is crazy. Well, can do that, and then guard, and then swoop around to guard the pawn, and then try to come the other way with the rook. We might have a win. There might still be a win. Very unlikely, but there might be a win here. They can get that check in. Okay, hold on. This is crazy. Oh, that actually stopped the check. So I stopped their check. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm getting something here. And then, okay, it might be a draw. Wait. No, I just sacked the rook. I'm just sacking the rook. Yeah, it's a win. It's a win then. Oh, that we got. Wow, we got really lucky there to be able to win that one. Okay, let's just come out with the king now, and then the fixed pawns are easily going to be picked up, especially even if it were just a king and pawn endgame, or with the inclusion of the bishop, they could resign. Yeah. Wow, that was intense. From the brink of disaster. Well, I mean, I think that I think they should have taken the draw, but it's like, hey, they had the chance to get something out of it, so they may have. Oh, the game thinks you had nice games. You said I think you had nice games for the stream. Thank you. Those were super interesting. Those were super interesting ones. Yeah. Okay, new opponent. What were we doing? 3 and 3. Yeah, that's kind of. I really like 3 and 3. It's just a good. I found that's that's like the sweet spot. I mean, ideally for streaming, maybe 5 and 5 or something. But since well, last time I wasn't finding my rhythm at all because of talking and then wasting time. But previously when I was streaming, I would be talking and getting down right at the end. Maybe I would like pause it for a little bit, but I found that rhythm. So I'm trying to find again. Oh, I was playing them earlier. Okay, Sarah Jong is raised. I'm not sure who Sarah Jong is. Okay, maybe some personal issues there with the person. Let's see. The I mean, with whoever that person is, Sarah Jong. Maybe I'm not the biggest on pop culture references. So, let's see. I don't know, B3. Yeah, why not B3? That's only. I don't usually like to just be like do the obvious thing like, oh, I'm gonna move my bishop because it attacks your queen or it aims at your queen. But here it seems reasonable now. Okay, they did the same thing. Now what? If I shove the H pawn at them, they just go H5 too. Doesn't do anything. I can shove the G pawn if I want to hang my queen. How about maybe just activating the knights quickly? Yeah, kind of like that. Get the knight to F5 possibly. Let's just go for quick knight activation, yeah. And yeah, the F5 square is a juicy one, especially if I could really create pressure on G7. What about if I go here and here? Can I get something with that? Well, then I can go here. I mean, that's just a straightforward threat, right? I mean, it takes a while, but one, anywhere from f5, actually, I get to h6. Oh, so good thing I didn't do knight to e3 first, because I can actually create that threat instantly. Let's see if they do something about it. I think what they would do is they would go h5 or h6, free the queen. Huh. So do I want the other knight first to really? Because then they could kick my knight out after that, and I might not get much. But if I come here first, and then here, well, really what I could do is I could just try to get my knights here and here, and they can't fork because the pin, and I could just win it. So yeah, I think this is reasonable. Just, and if they want to take, okay, fine, I'll take back and open up the H file and again have that bishop pair, which is going to be pretty strong here. But I'm not just going for, again, I'm not just going for random, developing moves. I'm trying to really develop with impact and put pressure on G7, because that seems to be, it's kind of like the focal point. Well, if the king were there, that would be considered, as Vukovic talks about in Art of Attack and Chess, that would be the focal point where you want to pile up against a weakness, like usually G2, H2, G7, H7, or F7. Those points right in front of the king. Or it could be like an entire complex. Let's say they played G6 and you get rid of the dark squared bishop, so that entire dark squared complex, I think that would be considered, or it's a series of focal points, essentially. But here, for sure, this is going to be the target. Well, they do have 96, but that's where we might want something like f4, f5, to be able to hit it. But then we block the f5 square for the knight. So how do we? Okay, let's see how we deal with 96, the 96 defense idea. If we can play d4, d5, we'd have to prepare that with like c3. That's time consuming. I think it might just come down to getting active knights. Okay, but now this changes things, because now they've committed in the center. Maybe even consider c4 at some point. Okay, go for knight f5 now. But see, now we're going to really just hit that g7. Well, we're threatening knight h6, remember. So if they go d4, hopefully they're not watching the stream, because then they wouldn't know that. But yeah, because that's a tricky little threat. Since we have the pin, we can threaten this and just say, hey, I'm going to win the exchange. And your rook's trapped. So we're taking advantage of a trap piece, pinned a pawn on the queen, and active pieces, knight and the bishops. This is actually, that's a real focal point, because that would be a checkmate. So if we could somehow, maneuver our queen in there, that's, again, very time consuming. Oh, they missed it. They missed it. Good. I think it looks good, yeah? They can give me two pieces for the queen if they want. We get that sneaky knight h6 with the pin. They can't take it. And we're just going to pick up that rook, unless we have something better. Can we throw in like knight h5? Always try to go for more, because well, then we would really provoke f6, and you have knight takes, bishop takes, and then take here and fork. Oh, that looks kind of cool. So I do like the look of knight h5, especially if we have time. Why not, right? I think we do have time. So we really are going. The whole point is not to settle for less, and to really go after. Oh, they have bishop e5 now. G7. Yeah, okay. They have bishop. They have bishop there. Let's not be fancy then. That was the fancy idea. Let's not get fancy. Just be up in exchange. How about that? Now, what about castle and queenside? That's a little sketchy. How about c4? Let's wait it out a little bit, see what happens. With c4, we can maybe see if this happens. We go e3, because that changes the nature of the game a lot. And we got to open our other bishop anyway. Okay, so we go e3. And of course, if they take, well, then we get an open file for the rook. Not to mention taking this way is good too. You get more center. Kind of like in that Blumenfeld gambit. What now? Take it? Yeah, why not? And then we can play for b4. Kind of like h4, h5, and then get the queen over here. And we could castle queenside and some. No, I don't want to walk into that. Okay. Well, what's going on here? Knight there. Where's that knight going? Trying not to let the knight in too easily. Yeah, they have h5. All right, what am I going to do? The knight's getting in. Maybe bishop reroutes to try to attack the knight, because I really don't want that knight just sitting there with impunity on g4. So I'm thinking maybe bishop here to here to contest it. Of course, I would like to get g4 in if I could, but no, it's not necessary. We have activity here. We have activity here. And actually going here would, the benefit of that is that now we can potentially undermine this one. We can maybe just take it. No, there's a fork. I don't know about that move. That looks a little loose. Now this is hanging. I'm going to take? Fine. Be my guest. Okay. g5. I have no idea what they're trying to do. All right, now we're active. Just to open up some lines. I don't see any threats against the queen. No, they can't move the knight because they dropped the pawn. Let's see if they do it. Okay, they did that. Guard the pawn. g5. I could just do g5. Yeah. That guards it. Now what? Got some pressure though. Yeah, they're getting compensation. I gotta watch out. The good thing is that they can't take on c4 because I have rook c1 and I pick up the knight. I think I have it under control, but they have compensation because they have two pawns. So theoretically, well, they're even on material, but I'm trading rooks now, which is really nice. And let's see if they fall for it. They did fall for it. Thank you. And I don't need to play just based on traps, but I'll take it. If you give it to me, so we got the pin, we attack pin piece, attack the pin piece with the pawn, and we have it. And that should be a win. Yeah, that should be a pretty cool. Well, it's a rook. And they can't move the pawns because the bishop hits him. Well, now they made a further mistake, I think. Oh, they could take that. They should have gone after the pawns, but I get the pawns either way. So, and then you take, I take, you take. Okay. That's guarded though. Let's just push here. Oh, they can get this one, but then we can get the other ones. Kind of a mixed bag. That way I can guard them. Should I be confident enough to sack the rook for the bishop yet? No thanks. Whoop. Okay. Let's not lose this on time. All right. Yeah, just keep it simple. Go after the pawns. That's it. That's it. That's the winning strategy here. Just win those pawns over here. No tricks. Kings on dark squares. You don't have to worry about tricks. And pawns collapse. That's too slow. That pawn is too slow. So their only hope here is maybe stalemate. But we're not going to give them that. How about here? And that bishop will be really effective. Are there any mating ideas? Any mates? No, don't give them stalemate yet. Is that a mate? Almost a mate, if they go the wrong way. They didn't go the wrong way. And then we can just see the obstruction tactic. with rook to, yeah, we'll just do the obstruction idea, and then it's over. So the rook blocks, protected, and you win and then you get a queen. Just give him nothing. Let him push the pawn a little bit, but as long as, I mean, an extra rook, it's not relevant, right? That pawn wasn't, just make sure it doesn't get too dangerous. But the bishop was able to defend it, and being opposite colored bishops makes it easier to blockade. And that's that. Got, what do we have now? 3-0. Oh, okay. Let's see if they, well, I don't want to play again. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. So far it's better than last time. See if we can knock on wood. See if we can keep it up. You snack follow. How do we follow there? Follow for follow, they say. Seem like a nice guy. Wherever they were. 15. Yeah, 15. I want the increment though. Could do that. The drawing up. Just 960. Well, I mean, hey, I could just quit while I'm slightly ahead. That may not be a bad idea. Let's see if we get somebody. Otherwise, I'll just do like a bullet game. No, let's do one. Let's do one bullet game. 2-0. Okay. I like a flexible move. All right. People have been playing this a lot. I don't really know the theory on this line, but B6. I remember seeing an Ivanchuk game. I think he played this immediately, and then he ended up doing something with like A4, A5, which was kind of interesting. So let's see if we can get that in here. I think it was with the knight on, somehow the knight was on B3 in that game. Yeah, no need to give them what they want with the E4 stuff. Let's just play solid. Can I get that in? No, I don't know if that works here. Why not? See what they do with it. Yeah, sure. A4, A5. Let's play like Ivanchuk did. It actually works here pretty well, I think. Kind of bust up the queen side with the control on the C. If they take it, I'll just take on C5. So if they take C5 first, or T4 first rather, then knight takes looks promising. You can trade. This reminds me of a game I just recently played actually. Because now they weaken C6 a lot too. There's a lot of weaknesses in their position. Oh, I gotta hurry it up. Okay, you're forcing me to move back. Fine. Should collapse on the queen side. Now we're hitting B6, knight B6 maybe. Bishop B6. What? Yeah, that's clean. Here, why not? It's a little loose because we would probably sack the exchange. It's not so clear. This is probably the clearest I had though to try to either get the exchange or something else. They have to trade queens now too. Oh, I see. Not a bad choice. Because then they take and they hit that, but we're not letting them in. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go there. All right, whatever. Take this. Auto capture. And then we have a clear target on A6 now. D4 is kind of loose, kind of a target, but I'm not sure I want to mess with that one. Knight B4, what's going on? Can I take? If I want to give the exchange back, just go here. Knight C2, D3. Oh, that looks messy. It's getting kind of crazy now. Create some threats. That might work. It's actually equal material after all that mess. Funny enough. That's a little loose. A little loose. Ooh, I don't know about that. That's winning. And I just play fast and don't lose on time. Oh, I lost on time. Yeah, that's what it comes down to sometimes. Can't let that happen. Can't let them get you like that. Yeah, they keep on playing this one. Let's see. Knight F9 C3. Okay, transposition. Uh, hmm. I just go for B5. Yeah, B5. And then they have bishop. Then they have a Queen F3. Knight C6, I guess. Okay, this is interesting. And then yeah, it's a little loose, but let's try this. Let's see how that goes. I have to look into the lines. People keep on playing similar like this, and I have to look into that. Maybe there's some book they're reading, the chess informant, and it tells them to do this, and I haven't kept up with it. Who knows? Hmm. Seems okay for me though. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, now we have a lot of pressure on the king side. 6, and maybe stick the knight on F4 at some point. How about castling first? Keep the options open. Kind of like that. Oh, uh, let's see how this goes. Hmm, this is interesting. Interesting imbalance here. Now, I'm happy to trade that. Trade a new threat, actually. Yeah, no need to trade. Dark square bishop is strong. We go after this one. Oh, they're going to take here. Risky, but I think I'm okay on that. I guess I could have taken on. No. If I took on d5, then queen takes f6. But if they move the knight, then I'll go back to d7, then hit d5. I mean, not to mention queen g5 is pretty strong looking too. Probably just queen g5 next. Take that thing. Which d6? No, d6 allows rook d8. Okay, this time I'm going to get them on time. And then, no, you don't. No, you don't. No cheapos. Yeah, now they're just going to lose on time or something. Or position. And wait on that check. Wait on that check. Wait, maybe they'll do something that'll make the check more attractive, actually. But now I'll just get it in. Keep on hitting them on the dark squares. Okay, let's come here. Infiltration. Okay. That time we got them on time. Oh, they know, they're like, I'm not having more of that. Now they were done. They were done. Okay. Let's see if we can get in one more of these. We have a 12 and 10. I want to do like 3 or 5 minutes maybe with the increment. Anyone else? Nope. Okay, we got one. 1830. We got Fiend Fan, Finn's Fanboy. Okay, F4. Weak points. King is already kind of castled in a way. Weak point here. Going to be easily attacked. Not really. I want to hit him with G5 at some point. I mean, maybe right away, but nah, no need. Can hit the light squares. Oop, those ones. Those light squares. Oh, we gotta make a move. Okay, and then I could have gone with this one, but I want to be able to hit this square. So now hit that one. Just activate the knights, hit the pawn, and maybe I'll hit him with this one. Open up the lines, get the knight here. Then it might almost look like a Sicilian reversed. But they're not going to fianchetto the bishop, doesn't look like. I might do it. They want to play e4 now. Yeah, I'm just going to play like just for open lines and centralized knights and stuff. The key about chess 960 is you have to try to quickly coordinate everything. It's kind of like the test of who is better at achieving coordination in a sense, which is what one of the things I enjoy about it, because you're sort of starting from this. No need to trade. Sort of starting from this dysfunction, right? This randomization of these pieces that are often awkwardly placed, and you say, okay, how can I make something of this using your creativity from move one, which is fun. So it's either bishop f6 or maybe like f5, but I need to think about they want to push here. I don't really, maybe it's not a big deal. Bishop f6 seems awkward. f5 is reasonable. Then I would get more of parity kind of in pawn structure if they exchange. I would get a well placed knight and I'd have bishop f6 coming. It's hard to judge that. Maybe running the a pawn is interesting. So I have the knights there. Kind of like that. Push. There's something there. F5. Maybe take back with the queen. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I mean, this is a move that you can't really resist, right? Just to chip away at the center. But when they take it, I want to take back with the queen actually, and then be able to swing, combine that idea with this idea. You know, maybe get into here, which will give you this. And I think there's a lot to work with there. Bishop coming, the other bishop might come that way. Okay, stayed bypass. So, but we're really imbalanced now. We can use our pawns over here. They're hitting the knight. But again, that knight, I could come here. That's my first inclination, was to do that. And then we'll go here. But I think my second thing I was looking at was here. It's a little risky. The knight's almost trapped. You go here, though. So I go here. They go here. I can go here. So, I mean, I'm not getting trapped. Here it takes off the pressure to some extent. Oh, yeah, that's kind of actually natural development, isn't it? Knight f7, then d6. Yeah, this is dubious looking. I think this is the more solid way to play. Just hit the center hard, and if they go here, then I quickly go here. So they can't do this because I would just take that. And it seems that I would get some strong pressure against the center. I mean, there's really nothing else to do. They kind of have to go here because if you go bishop f4, you're going to get hit with g5. You don't want this. Up. You don't want g5 after bishop f4. If you go here, you get hit with this. You're trapped. So you're going to drop the pawn if you go bishop f4. There's a queen move. I mean, you could do like queen e1, but Still might even do this. Allows a bypass. That might be fine. Like this kind of thing. If the queen's here, maybe even knight here. Knight takes back, and this is in trouble on e6. So there's a lot of options here. But I think I don't want to get too ambitious and go immediately for an attack here. Only if I can orchestrate that in a healthy way. But right now, I mean, it's just a straight up attack on the central pawn, and it's not that easy to meet that. Funny enough, it's actually kind of awkward. And then later on, we might do the g5, g4 stuff, which would actually further undermine the control of the center by the knight. So that would be it would kind of make sense positionally. We can also just go b6. Come this way, maybe this goes this way, and that's solid too. But you got to watch out for this running pawn. But as long as you have enough control on that, you're good. You can just take it. Now they have a lot of weaknesses on the light squares. Well, g5 just threatens g4. That's a move. That's definitely a move to consider. It's really annoying to see, I think. Even after, yeah, be a move. But d6 is more pressing, I think. I don't know. Both are good. Hard to say. But I'm just going for the immediate g4, and then I want to win this pawn. So make them react to it, right? And let's see what they do. And then I think I'll call it a day after this game. Call it a morning, I guess, after this one. Okay, they just defend it. But they sort of weaken themselves in the process. And then we'll go here, make the knight go back, and then hit him with d6. And then maybe the a pawn. So we'll have like a whole, everything is coordinated against the center and against the light squares and stuff. And then we're guarding f5, and we're hitting these light squares really nicely, combined with potentially the bishop. Queen here. Now the a pawn makes more sense to push. And if they go a4, well then this weakens here. We also have knight c4. We have knight a5 to c4. That makes more sense now. Kind of provoke b3. Not the end of the world, but it's something. Oh, now we have knight e4 coming. That's very nice. If they go c4, we have knight takes d4. Can't go c4 because they would drop this. Okay, now I'm coming in there. Now this is loose. How can I attack it further? Or have anything there? I want to get bishop f6 in. Oh, that works. That works. Bishop f6 does work, especially now that they're blocking it. But even if there's a knight takes c3 trick. I think I'm going to sack my knight. One of the knights. Which one is the question? This one. It actually works completely because then I have bishop takes pawn check, and then I do a skewer and I pick up the rook. And they lose on time, I think. Yeah, because if king takes, bishop takes check. So the position kind of collapsed there. So see, I was like, well, this was an important moment because they wanted to go e4 and take the center. I said, all right, if you're going to do that, I got to chip away at something. See, they guard f4 now, but I said, all right, I'm going to chip away at this at least. Give you a central pawn, but now, and when you get your central pawn, I chip that one too, combined with really nice centralization of the knights, which made a lot possible. And that made the attack against their center really impactful. And then, yeah, it seemed that this worked out really well. It's kind of like a Benoni setup. And then here. And then just attack the center. And then the key was the light square attack. But then they weaken their dark squares. When they try to meet the light squares, they weaken the dark squares here. So when I go back, well, obviously, again, c4 failed and knight takes. They can't really do much. a4, okay, it doesn't do much. Maybe they want b4, just weaken c4. They can't really do anything there. And then after knight comes in, I'm threatening this. They got to respond. And then, so what I was saying was I wasn't sure because I was low on time. I think I had bishop f6 right away because I was worried about queen takes, and then I thought, but this would be a nice finish, then or a nice tactic. Knight takes c3, and if the king takes, you'd have bishop takes check, unleashing on the queen and discovered attack. So bishop f6 was possible with the idea also of knight takes c3, but when they went here, it made it more, reasonable. Oh, and it's kind of uncomfortable because they can't really get out. But of course, they could have just stuck the knight. Oh no, they can't. It's still pinned. Yeah, so it's really an uncomfortable situation because the bishop's well placed, but it's blocking the queen's path. The knight is pinned by the bishop. This knight's in the way of that knight. Knight has nowhere to go. The king is under fire here, and that knight's putting pressure here, and the other one here. I'm almost spoiled for choice because technically I could sack this one, but no, that's worse because sacking this one first, when you take back, you still get the skewer, but the king is here instead of here. So when the king moves, you have to give up you have to give both knights and the bishop. In this case, no, you're giving up a knight and a bishop for a rook and 2 pawns. So it's a little bit, maybe slightly better for black, but in this case, it's just winning because after knight takes, if they take back, then it just collapses. You get 2 pawns and you get the exchange. You don't even have to lose that. So yeah, that seemed like a pretty clear finish there. And then and if they don't do anything, this is collapsing next, and that's pretty bad. All right. Well, hopefully that was more, instructive than last time. But anyway, I think, hey, the losses I had, it is what it is. If you lose sometimes, you have a bad day, whatever, and you pick it up when you're feeling the flow, get back into it, and keep it going, keep the practice up. All right, like it's still stream health is good. All right, and see you next time. Good luck with your chess 960 ventures.